Oh, hang on. Get out of it. Struth. There's always something at the front of the show. Why can't we? Why can't I just, guys? Why can't I just get it right for once? Just once. Good day. Good day to you, fellas.
Well, hello.
It's the most wonderful time of the week. Well, it can be if we get some further information. But anyway, we'll have a look in a minute. Chaps, how the dickens, how the Charles are you doing? William, how are you doing, my friend, as you're right next to me?
I'm doing wonderful, Rokk, man. I had a wonderful weekend. Sunday was so much fun. We hung out with Main Games and Windstar for some retro talk. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Ray, how about you? Have you been hanging out with, well, just hanging out?
I woke up this morning from a slap. My wife slapped me this morning. I said, you know what? Yeah, I said, you know what? You're not watching the Oscars no more.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I have no idea. Have you seen that film with Will Smith, the Ali? Good film, that. Great film.
It is good.
Sometimes things should stay in the movies, Will.
Venus, he did a fabulous job on the movie that he played as Serena and Venus Williams' father.
King Richard?
Yes, he did a great job, but he did a horrible thing on Oscar night. But hey.
I kind of feel the same way. It's funny, because I'm similar kind of build to Will. Maybe he's a little bit slimmer, and and I know that could hurt. And I said to my wife, "Wow, you see this thing?" And she was like, "Yeah, good on him." I was like, "No, wrong attitude." No, wife. John. It's like Ray said earlier, this wouldn't have happened in Canada. You'd have sent them a nice letter, wouldn't you, with maybe a small care package to say, please don't be nasty.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been a great week so far. Just relaxing, playing some games and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just enjoying life.
Good man. I've been playing way too much Destiny for my own good. I've leveled up 2 players to a fairly high level and really getting back into it. Yeah, guys, I'm a man of slightly mature age. I've been getting RSI because of playing Destiny. I've got pains in my arms and my finger doesn't want to play with me anymore. It's not fun, I tell you. Anyway, listen, hello audience, lovely folk. Welcome to the Stadia Rokk Show. This is a weekly jam session where we strum through the latest sounds from the album of Google Stadia. I've introduced our members of the band, and they were, of course, Jon, aka Four Scars Gaming on keyboards, William, aka Stadia Pro Gaming, and on drums, it's Ray, aka the Gaming Cyborg. Guys, thanks for playing. We've got, well, as we know, it's normally on a Tuesday that we get a twos this week on Stadia. We're not going to get one today because we had a big one last week. But I thought we'd start the news by just reflecting on the pro games, which are coming to Stadia on this Friday. I believe it's the 1st of April, isn't it? Yep. Before we go there, guys, I think this is the first time ever, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to have 52 games in the Pro library on the 1st of April. I think that's the most that we've had to date. Do you know different? Am I up the wrong tree barking there?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 52 is the highest. If it's not, it's this matched, like 52 is. It's the same as before, but I'm pretty sure 52 is the highest. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a pretty impressive library, isn't it? I know some of them come and some of them go. We just lost, I think Crater just evacuated. But we've got some great stuff coming up on this Friday. And just a quick recap, that's all, because we obviously went into detail on this last Tuesday. Let me see here. Here we go. It was on the wrong screen, fellas. So we have John. Do you want to just run through the games that are coming up on Friday?
Okay, so on Friday we're going to get Deliver Us the Moon. That's going to be in Stadia Pro. I'm really looking forward to. Yep. Chicken Police, Paint It Red. Another great, funny, hilarious game. Ease 9, JRPG. So fans will enjoy that. City of Legends, similar. It's like like the Adam Wolf point and click touch, however you want to play it, adventure there.
Yep.
And we're also going to now this is something that the cowboy actually brought up here. If you actually scroll down into where it talks about World War Z Aftermath, it mentions that it's coming the first week of April. So don't expect it to be available on Friday. I thought for sure during last week's show that the blog post said that it was going to be available April the 1st. I went back to the recording and sure enough, as it is, so it's going to be the first week of April. So we might not necessarily get it Friday, but time next week.
Point of technicality, though, John. First week of April is this week. Friday's a day of April, therefore it is the week of April.
Oh, I guess so. I don't know. Funny wording, but
they throw that in.
Next week's the second week of April, right?
I guess so.
I mean, if they said the first full week of April, then I would say next week. But the first week of April, this is April this week. Therefore, it is the first week of April.
Well, I mean, they did just deliver us to the moon. They did say it's coming on April 1st.
So it could be, but it could just be their word. We'll know. Anyway, it's going to be within days of 1st of April. I agree. That's all good. Just a quick hello to an amazing chat audience that are pulling in here. We've got a ton of our favourite folk. We've got young Anthony, and just know it's coming on. He said, just know it's not coming on Friday. Now do you think he has insider knowledge? Do you think?
I think. Or
do you think he's hedging his bets?
He's probably got a tip from one of his Avon insiders. So I don't know.
Avon?
What
was
Avon? John, John.
Sells,
Well, yes, it does. Yes.
Don't underestimate the voices in his head, my friend.
Good shout. Vet's in the house. How are you, Vet? We'll be hopefully seeing him on Thursday with the return of Rokk reviews. So looking forward to that. Of course, all my friends are there as well. Ray and William and John and Ewan. Ewan is my destiny buddy. When I'm really desperately in the poo, I just send out like a bat image up on the cloud. And Ewan jumps in because, of course, he's from Transylvania, so he recognizes the bat symbol. It's more than just Batman, that gets that stuff. Cloud validation. How are you? It is. It's almost time. Said no. Thank you very much for popping in. And his young Rokk show. I know him. He's a good fella. He's always laughing. There he is. Bless him. There we go. So thank you. It's a little selection of our lovely folk in the audience. Zero, Happy Cloud Gamer, 1030. There's a ton of them showing up, and we're loving it.
Great support. Thank you.
Great support. Thank you. So them's the games. And you're right to point that out, though. It is definitely differently worded. Anthony is convinced we're not going to see it. But to be fair, even if it comes a couple of days later, it don't matter none because there's a ton of stuff. I can't wait to play Chicken Police and Deliver Us the Moon.
Can we give an honorary shout out? And I bet you played it, Rokk. The Vanishing. Oh my God!
I did play it.
I got up at 3 a.m. I said I'm going to play this and I'm going to beat it. So yes, I did beat it. It was intense. I loved it.
Good fun, isn't it, Ray?
I loved it.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
So for those of you in watching us that are thinking, what's he talking about? It's that second. it's actually a little bit of DLC that dropped for Far Cry 6. It's a crossover promotion with what's it called?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend. Which doesn't the only real part of it is the look of the creature. The fact that you go through to the upside down and that amazing music, Ray, when it shows when the words, the intro title. I was right there, mate, weren't you?
I loved when you entered into the Shadowlands and I ran though. So guys, I didn't stay. I didn't. So I do want to confess, I ran for my life. And I just kept running and running.
You don't want to be hanging about, mate, do you?
No.
But you get three weapons once you've completed it. 3 special weapons because in the Rambo crossover, you got this amazing bow that just blows everything up. In this, you got a shotgun. You got a rifle. What else did you get, Ray? There was the fire thing.
Yeah, That's your main weapon is the fire.
I'm gonna have to complete that now. It looked amazing.
It's great. It's really good.
It's amazing. And just my advice: just don't stand in one place because I'm serious. They'll come they come and come and come. They just keep charging at you.
It's actually quite spooky, isn't it? Because it's all dark and you've got the sounds and the music going on. Yeah. It's a really good crossover event. Lo-Fi Monk, how are you? Yo to you back.
It took me a couple of hours, Anthony. It took me a couple of hours because I died. I died, threw the controller down, got pissed off, raged like that a couple of times.
Yeah, he said he died a lot.
So would you guys say that you like it better than the Rambo mission that was?
Yeah, Rambo was really quick.
Yeah,
Rambo was not long at all.
This one was. I mean, you get that creepy feeling. The music sets the mood.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Yeah, Rokk, I haven't played Far Cry 6 in like 4 months or something.
Yeah.
Like the whole world has been reclaimed. All the bases are
same.
This will get you back in. This will get you back in.
Yeah, you've got to. Go and have a look. It actually took me a little while to get just back into the mechanics and the controls and everything. Yeah. And I don't know about you, Ray, but I was back in. I was thinking, wow, these graphics! I'd forgotten just how good this game looks.
I wanted to use my rocket backpack, and I was like, "No, they take you don't get
any of that stuff.
You don't get none of that.
You get stripped."
Exactly.
Yeah, you get stripped. It's got a little bit of survival aspect to it, Ray, hasn't it?
Yes,
so we don't want to give too much away, but
sounds like it's a legit DLC almost that they just gave you for free.
Yeah,
just added
it's a couple of hours if you play. If you take your time. I think I went through in about an hour, but an hour to 2 hours depending.
2 hours for me because I'm not like
you like to savor the experience, Ray. There's nothing wrong with that. Mate.
No, I was hiding. I was trying to hide.
But that's a great. So that's on Stadia as well, of course, with the Far Cry 6. There was a Far Cry 6 trial, wasn't there, last weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think
that ended yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they probably included that DLC. So if you didn't have it or you don't have it and you were canny enough to jump in and get there, well done. Because
there is so much content. There's no way you chewed through it in those days. So I imagine they sold a lot of copies of that game.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of fun.
Hey Paul, how are you, my friend? Thank you for popping in. So them's the games. What's coming on Friday? Minus World War Z, according to Anthony, but it's certainly going to be within the next few days. Now then, next item on the news agenda, if we pop over to our very good friends over at Stadia Source, there we go, hosted by Rokk, yes, and logged it as Rokk. This one's definitely for you guys because you're all PUBG fanatics. So apparently PUBG is celebrating its 5th anniversary and it's got a 2022 roadmap coming up.
Nice.
So thank you, Fiververs. It's easy for them to say. Revealed as the dev plan, they tell us on Stadia Source, the 2022 roadmap is broken into 3 categories. We've got world, in-game, and out-game. 2022 second quarter. So we are coming up to that, aren't we? I think, is it from April onwards? First quarter being up until April, I believe. So world, Sanhok rollback. Oh, did it disappear then?
I don't know.
Sanhok, that's one of the maps, wasn't it? That's one of the only maps that I enjoyed playing.
I believe they cycle the maps, so you'll lose some and then they come back.
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay,
Right.
so that's coming back. There's a map sub update for Paramo. New weapons, so you got a 7.62mm automatic training mode improvements, weapon balancing, quality of life improvements, and out of the game, whatever that means, smoke grenade cosmetics. So that's just stuff that you can grab.
Yeah, it makes your
outside.
Canister look different. Yeah.
It's like a can of Coke or something. Nobody sees it but you, right? So it's like
Pretty much.
Yeah. Third quarter, Kiki, a new map. It's a brand new map.
My sister's
Oh,
Kiki.
bless. Is it
My
right?
little baby sister's name is Kiki.
Oh, how sweet.
I'm not going to tell you what Kiki means in the Philippine language, but
Ray.
Well, yeah. I wonder what Ray. I wonder if that's where the map is set in the Philippines. Could be.
You know what I'm Googling later.
Yeah, right. More weapon balancing, as if the first quarter or second quarters wasn't enough. Weapon mastery overhaul, customization improvements, and BP income balancing. And then finally, in the fourth quarter, the final quarter of the year, Vikendi Reborn, which I'm assuming is the same as Rollback. There's an update to Kiki, because they're already predicting that it wasn't good enough.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god!
You gotta love that, haven't you? And then outside the game, arcade mode overhaul, your shop improvements, new social feature, and some shop gifting. None of it's amazing stuff, but it's good to see that they've got some changes. And there you go. So you can find out more about that over at Stadia Source. This is actually another one from Stadia Source. This is quite interesting. Let me just paste this in. Ever heard of Project K, fellas?
Yeah. Yes, I have. I looked at the video and I was blown away. Blown away.
So this is a World War II zombie first-person shooter, and the developers have said, cloud gaming, such as Stadia, will be a part of our Kickstarter campaign.
Guys,
that's fantastic. Ray, this is the title you were going to share with me, wasn't it?
click on the YouTube video. Oh my God.
Gosh, yeah.
You are going to love this game, folks.
And it's going to be free to play as well. Free to play game.
They're a company, I think they're from Poland, I think, or Germany.
Or Germany, I think it is.
Yeah, Germany. Yeah, they're and the game is eerie, scary.
That's a Kickstarter link, Ray, so I'll have to I'll go and have a little look on YouTube. You tell us all about it, my friend, while I try and dig it up.
Well, when you're in the video, I mean, it's first-person shooter. You got the rain, you're walking in the mud, you're in the woods, and you got zombies charging after you. And I mean, you gotta stab them, you gotta shoot them. I mean, this is I love first-person shooters. I love zombies. I love being thrown in the woods and dealing with the elements and the climate. This is a game. It's a game. So
and it's made with Unity as well, and it looks fantastic.
Yes.
Like Unity has impressed me so much over the last couple of years from what I initially thought that Unity, the engine itself, is capable of doing, until you see things like this, and it's like, holy mackerel! It looks amazing.
And how you hold your inventory. They have like little boxes where you have all your inventory and stuff, just like your regular. If you played one of those first-person shooter games where like PUBG, like all your weapons and all your stuff. It's pretty cool. Sorry, Will.
The way Ray explained it to me is it reminded him of that movie Overlord, which is a World War II movie where they run into zombies. You know.
Yeah,
that looks cool.
Yeah, so eerie too. Like, look at your weapons there.
And those are like World War. Look at like classic weapons too.
Nice, looks great, doesn't it? So, so we know that you can squirt Stadia games out of Unity. So they're essentially looking to do the full squirt. Of course, I think ultimately it depends on whether Stadia validates it and certifies it. But it's good that they're showing that is their intent. Of course, they're going for a Kickstarter, which means they're looking for funding. So it's early days as far as development's concerned. So nothing that I would expect to see this year, but maybe next year, or if not the year after. But it's always great when we see developers that are embracing Stadia and wanting to. Oh, look, is it? Did he go invisible then? Or was he just walking through water? Something happened.
I think
I don't know if that
went across the screen. Yeah.
And if you guys can see, there's rain hitting your screen. Rain.
Nice, like that. I tell you, does that really well is the Metro series of games.
The way you wipe your visor and stuff. Very atmospheric.
Yeah, absolutely superb. So these are Polish guys as well, are they, Ray? Did you say?
I think it's
German.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Because so many games are developed in Poland now, and of course there were a ton of them out of the Ukraine as well, Ukraine.
Okay, so look at this. So you have a table leg with nails. Is that a table leg with nails? Or?
Yeah, it looked like
that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
flare gun.
Look at the mud and the rocks. And then here's what I was talking about, pulling up your inventory.
Yeah.
And then, look at that.
Looks
I'll
good.
sink some time into this game for sure.
Looks to me like it's co-op or multiplayer, because that dude definitely looks like he's not a bot.
Oh my God, look at that. The flashlight.
That'd be amazing.
There you go.
Team up with a small squad, maybe 2 people or 4. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That inventory reminds me a little bit of PUBG as well.
It does,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that kind of vibe going on
Oh, look at that.
there. Yeah. Nice one. Well, we look forward to that one, chaps, don't we?
Yes,
No doubt.
That looks really good. And then, talking of games coming to Stadia, let me see if I get the right. Here we go. I know, look, it's not. Maybe it's not on the same level, but I was super excited earlier to see that Worms.
Yeah.
I love me some Team 17, man. I love it.
Oh yes. So these guys are Overcooked, Golf with Your Friends. These are all. They're already on Stadia or coming to Stadia, aren't they?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep, in April. Yeah.
And they've confirmed that Worms WMD, Weapons of Mass Destruction, is coming to Stadia soon. Which, as we know, those two are already there, so or coming sooner. So that means Worms must be coming up really soon as well. And this is such a fun game. Let's have a look. Let's get on.
No, I don't. I hate worms. I didn't even. My dad had to put worms on my fishing pole. I couldn't even do it.
You didn't bait your own hook, Ray?
Nah, my dad. Man up, boy.
Nothing wrong with a worm, mate. Nothing wrong with a worm. With some of us, that's all we've got to play with.
Yeah. So scared of breaking it. You only have one.
Oh
Exactly.
Look at this. I can't wait to play this.
Yeah, I love that because awesome. Sending those missiles out and like sending your opponent's worm flying is so funny. Yeah, look at
Did you guys ever play Lemmings? Was that a thing in the
States?
Yes. Similar kind of game, isn't it?
I'd love to see a new Lemmings. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know, it's still kicking around as a franchise, but I think it's only on PC. I was watching, I don't know if you fellas, you probably wouldn't have been interested, but they launched a mini version of the Amiga A500 in the last week or so. I think it's got, it's one of these little emulators built into a tiny little Amiga, but it works really well, and it comes with a mouse and a controller, and you can sideload games, and I think there's about 25 games that come with it, all big games. But yeah, Lemmings, and it was huge on the Amiga, but I think it only exists on PC right now. But it would be a superb addition to bring that one back. I don't see why they don't on the cloud platforms. Would be superb.
Yeah,
it would.
This looks good. This looks so good.
It's pulling on my nostalgia strings. I want to play.
Yeah,
that's also a really great mobile game. I remember me and this guy, we used to play something similar to Worms. He would be across in the other side of the office, and I was in the back, and it was his little army against my army, and it's the same concept. You're shooting missiles and stuff over, and I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I hope that this is a Stadia Pro game. I hope that they launch this into Stadia Pro, because that would be a perfect fit.
Party game.
Yeah, for sure, right? Because you're going to be playing it multiplayer game. You're going to be playing it over a series of days and weeks and months and stuff like that. So a great source of income with that new revenue model. So hopefully.
I was thinking similar, John. That it's a made for pro game, and am I not right in saying that other of their games have been pro games in the past?
Well, no. As far we don't. It wasn't announced. Like Overcooked and Golf haven't been said that they're going to be pro. So
okay,
right? They're coming out in April, and they aren't on that list for pro. So, which I was really surprised, because again, those are multiplayer games, right? That would
here's a thought then, John. They pre-promoted those two, but they didn't Worms. They tend to like to keep their day and date pro games under their hats, right?
Yeah.
So if I was an ant and I had an insider tracked, a young cowboy, I would think maybe that's a little nod to the fact that Worms is going to be a pro game.
Yeah, it could be. May. Maybe
never
in
know,
May
do
of
you?
COVID.
Oh, we've
Yeah,
come back to
exactly.
zombies. Well, we're at the zombies. We'll flick over to our final bit of news before we hit some of our regular features. Yes, this one's for Ray. Ray, they got a new patch.
Yes, I
Cyberpunk.
love I love patch.
Have you played it since the patch has been rolled out? Because this was a couple of days ago.
No, I heard about it and I was very excited. And you know what? I might just get into it today. I might get
Cyberpunk.
Into it today.
So on Stadia Source again, our friends, they actually say there is a specific Stadia update which is adding aggressive crowds. So like,
Nice.
yeah. So look forward to aggressive crowds.
They got some new. I'm looking laminated armor, media, ballistic vests.
Oh yeah.
In Japantown. Okay. Nice.
Didn't even know there was a Japantown. That's how much I've played the game.
What? There's a Chinatown.
Yeah.
There's a Japantown.
Wow. Is there a Toronto town though? This is the question.
No.
I would buy the game. I've actually got the game. Oh, you know the story, Ray. I say it every time. I keep thinking to myself, I'm going to crack it open and really go for it. And then I do, and 10 minutes in, I'm like, no, it's not doing it.
It's not for me.
It's just ain't happening. It should do. It's got all the stuff that I love. Cinematic looks. It's got a story. Is it
the character progression?
Do you know? I think it's too complicated for my little brain, William. If I'm honest, I like to. Division got a bit like that.
Cyberpunk's really geared about getting all those perk points and putting them in a certain way that it's like a build. You know, that the character you want to be. If you just kind of randomly put them around, you may run into a little bit of problems. But yeah, it's not straightforward. I'll put it that way.
Could you do me a pro tip in the future for Cyberpunk, William?
Will.
Could you, just for me, dedicate it to Rokk? Anthony, which game is your favorite game got a patch today? What's he talking about here? Is he on about the old Marvel's Adventures of Tintin?
He's talking about. I think he's talking about Mad Streets.
Has it got a patch today?
You know what? Shout out to Mad Street Games because I've been talking to the devs, and I know Anthony's been talking to the devs. They added a new character, Bolt. They speeded up the game, so I mean it's really fast paced.
That's great, isn't it?
Love the game, and I love how the devs are responding to us fans on Twitter.
Yeah, no, they are. They're engaging. We've said it. I've said it. We've certainly said it before. But that seems to be the MO for devs that really embrace Stadia. They literally put their arms around the community, and they get great feedback and support. And you just wouldn't see that on other platforms. You do, but rarely. And it's lovely to see, particularly if you're a small studio and this is a big investment for you, and you're never sure if it's going to be successful or not. And you get that kind of support from the place that you wish to push it out to, and that's great to see. And I'm proud of you chaps for showing them the love that you do. See, now, mostly Martinez still hasn't played Cyberpunk. But do you own it, though? I own it, and I've struggled to play it. And, Anthony says, Marvel Avengers SMH. Yes, Marvel Avengers. Oh, wow, look at this. Ray's got a book.
Not only, but I got it autographed.
Oh, wow, look at that.
By the character. What was his name, Ray?
The main
Jackie
dude.
Wells.
Yeah. Wow, woo. Look at that. Well, that's got to be worth a couple of dollars. You could probably buy a Big Mac or something with that, couldn't you? You could sell it.
I'm gonna
maybe a gallon of gas now.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Well, that's the end of the news, I think. Let me just behind the news, because you know what's coming up now after the news, don't you, chaps? Well, it takes a little bit of time because I have to get to the videos. Here it is. It's what? Bring him down, you guilty. Yes, it's time. It's time for another Judge John's judgment. And I'm just here we go. I'm going to get it. Hang on, here it comes. Wait, here it is. Judge John, what are you judging today?
Well, I've polished up the joystick today, especially for the show. Put a little bit of shine on it there. And we're going to take a look at a game that our friends from Outright Games, Adventure Time. The game's been out for a couple of years on other platforms, but they just brought it to Stadia this past Friday. So it's only 4 or 5 days old.
Yeah, it's very new.
And this is a game, if you're a fan of the Adventure Time series, or if you've got kids that are a fan of Adventure Time, that you can play along with them as well, because it's a really great and fun game. We're going to go right off into here. So again, looking at this from a casual perspective of how quickly you can get into the game. I mean, it can't get any simpler. You start the game up, all you do is press a button and you're right in. Like, you hit the A button to start, and it's right into the storytelling. It starts out with cinematics. They've even got the characters' voices from the cartoon animated series are right in there from They worked with Cartoon Network on this.
Oh, wow.
It's just like watching an episode of Adventure Time. So it's super easy to get into. I mean, I don't know, other than not having to press a single button to start, I don't know how much easier this could get in. Right. So I'm going to give that like a 5, because it's super easy to quickly get into the game. And it's also got automatic saving as well. So there's certain save points that you'll go to that'll automatically save the game. You don't have to hit anything to save it. It'll just, as you progress through the game here, depending on, there's different battles that you can get into and things like that. If you die, you might go back like a minute or two, but nothing too far. It's not like you've been playing for 30 or 40 minutes and all of a sudden you got to go back to the beginning of the game. So
what's the genre of the game, John? What kind of?
It's an action adventure RPG type.
Oh wow!
So you've got turn-based. The fighting is like a turn-based JRPG, where you've got your characters. You pick your attacks against your enemies there, which are all like just cartoon, nothing scary or anything like that. Like, totally fits in with the story there. So from where you could pick up from where you left off, I'm going to give that a 5 too, because it's super easy. You never really have to worry about losing a whole lot of progress here. Easy to play. I mean, cool. You're going on, as with all Outright games, they're really straightforward in meaning, like, not making anything complicated. You're using your left thumbstick to walk or to steer your boat, and the right thumbstick is going to be for the camera if you want to move it around.
Oh yeah.
There's no complicated button presses like A, B, X, Y, up, down, left, right. Like, it's all straightforward. Like, the menus that you have are easy to navigate within battle. They explain what things do, so it's a matter just of a few button presses here or there. So it's again, for this,
aggressive pickles there.
Yes, aggressive pickles. Yeah, exactly, right? Yep. So for easy to play, I'm going to say, I mean, it's geared towards, as far as like for kids like an older, I would say probably like maybe the 10 to 14-year-old age. Like, so if you're younger,
he's doing the Will Smith. He's doing the Will Smith.
You like that? Yeah.
Well done. Well done, man.
There. Yeah. So so I would say, like, how easy is it to play? I would give it a 4 there, just because it's for a little bit of the older kid age. And then of course, there's adults that are kids at heart as well that like this Adventure Time as well. So
Ray, you were saying last week your son watches this. Would you say that's the sort of age group that watches the show?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My son, the toys, oh my God. I mean, like his favorite character is the stretch dog. And so we got a bunch of the dog that stretches, and then BMO, the little game or whatever.
Right. Like, it looks like a Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see like the achievements there. I think within like the first hour of playing, I got like 5 or 6 achievements. So it's nothing really too strenuous. So yeah, it's really good here. Rewarding. again, if you're a fan of the series, I think you would really enjoy it. If you're like have no idea what Adventure Time is and like this type of comical cartoon style, you may not enjoy it, but I mean, you really, I think at that point really wouldn't pick it up. You've got different characters that you meet in there. So looking at it at a casual aspect and a fan of the series, I would say it's rewarding. I would give it a 4 out of 5 for its rewarding. And then finally the value. So the games, like I said, has been out for at least 4 years. I originally played it on Nintendo Switch back in 2018. My only gripes were back then is really like for Nintendo Switch, it was long loading times and there were some performance issues. Well, with Stadia, there isn't. Like, I mean, the loading is super quick. It runs great. There's nothing too complex there. It did launch at the price point of $39.99 Canadian, $29.99 US.
Right.
So this is a game that's also on Luna as part of a subscription service. So I did see some people like kind of like, you know, moaning or complaining a little bit about the price point on it. So for the value for the money, I think I'd probably give it we'll go with a 3.5. I was hoping that they'd maybe launch it a little bit cheaper on Stadia, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't eventually go to Pro or become a sale. So I would give it a 3.5 on the value for that.
Have you completed the title, John?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay, I was just wondering how many hours there was, because that would kind of go into that as well.
And it's got one of the greatest introduction songs too, guys. If
yeah.
you watch the beginning.
Yep. And when they're on their boat's name is Jeff, and they're both Jake and Finn are both singing along here. Yeah. And these fairies here that you see that I'm fighting, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over and fight these little fairies here. Well, they certainly give me a spanking. I think I ended up running away from them because they're a lot harder than you would think. So I was like, oh, I'll beat up these fairies and then go open up the chest there. And no, like see, they took it like 42 away from me. 103. Wow. I was like, holy crap! I better get out of here.
Yeah, look, you can see it on your face there.
Yeah,
so what?
Run!
So sorry, John. How much is it on Stadia currently?
$29.99 US, $39.99 Canadian.
Oh, so it's the same price as when it launched back in the day.
Well, no, back in the day. So this is the thing there. So back in the day, it was more, and on Nintendo Switch now, it's $10 more, at least here in Canada.
Right.
But there are other places, like I think on PlayStation, Xbox, and like I said, Luna, that it's cheaper and it's an older title. But again, if you're a fan of the series and you haven't played it before, I think you know it's still okay priced, but I think it could have been a little bit cheaper to appease
no, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. Well, we have a verdict. The judge has resided, and the verdict today is 21.5 out of 25. Yes.
I agree with that verdict.
That's actually, I mean, anything over 20, I think, is a thumbs up. Anything below 20 is take him down. That was great. Thanks, John. Yeah. Well, that's is that a game that you might be getting for your son then, Ray, or does he not deserve it? Has he been a bad boy?
He's already played it on another platform. I think I got it for him on one of the PlayStations. I think it's on the PS4.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was excellent. Right. Well, coming right up, still to create a video for him. Bless him. He deserves his own little intro, and I still haven't got to it yet. But it don't matter none, because William, my good friend, is about to, what are we going to have? Stadia Pro Gaming Tips.
Stadia Pro's Pip coming right up.
Oh, hang on. Listen, I changed all these. Why haven't they all gone? Why did they revert? That's not nice, is it? Today, William, while I'm retyping this, remind me of what it is that you have tips for.
Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yes.
Just recently came out, and I picked it up for next to nothing on a Stadia Pro deal. It was like $12. I mean, couldn't argue with that.
Wow, yeah.
So I snatched it up and I started to learn the game, and I've got some beginning tips for everybody. Basically, this is Rainbow Six Siege without PvP. So if you got into the Siege and you didn't like the PvP aspect, this is very similar, but without the chaos of trying to kill real people that are good at aiming. So you're up against NPCs, and there's like a fungus that's getting spread everywhere, and there's these nests, monsters spill out of them, and you're supposed to go in and wipe this threat out. So my first tip for all of you guys would be to learn your operators and their special skill. Keep track of your health as well, because you don't get you end the mission and start a new one. You're not full health. Like you slowly regenerate your health. See how it just showed the score and the health? That 10 health is going to go and heal a few of the operators. But definitely learn their special skill. It can save your life. It can help all kinds of things. Definitely crouch almost everywhere you go in these facilities. There's 3 levels. So you've got the top level, the second level, and the third, and each one gets harder, and each one has an objective they want you to complete. Now you can roll into these solo, or you can go in with a squad. If you go in with a squad, everything gets ramped up. So if you're solo and there would be 5 enemies in the room, well, now there's 15 because you've got 3 other people with you. Like it totally ramps up. So stealth is a very important key. Not alerting the enemy types. The enemy types will scream. Like if they notice you, if you make too much noise, they will look at you and then they'll do a shriek, and it calls all the enemies directly to you, and they attack. One tip is if you do get overran, run away. Go hide for a few moments and then sneak back to the event, and they're unaware of you again unless they chased you where you're going. Let's see. What else do I got here for you?
You see who he selected, folks.
Oh yeah. You can have up to 2 other people in your squad, and it helps tremendously in this game. So definitely squad up. Each completed objective will give you XP towards building a better arsenal for your character, and other improvements. They're called tokens. Once you get a few of these tokens, or at least one, you can go to your gear page, and you can start researching and developing new gear for your character. All this stuff is linked to the XP or the progression of the game. And if you can hook up with somebody that's played the game before or has been playing for a little while, they can help you power level really quickly to get you some of this gear or weapon attachments that you need to complete some of these. Here's a few of the weapons I prefer to use. Impact grenades, definitely open that up, research that. That's a must. Self-revive is a hypodermic needle that you kind of carry around with you, and if you get knocked down, you can stab yourself. If you
why not?
Well, it brings you back. I didn't mean it like that, but it'll bring you back. Self-revive is what it is. You do the self-revive.
It's a pin.
Like an EpiPen,
right?
Yeah, like an EpiPen. But if you get captured, so if you're with a squad and you go down and nobody can save you, one of your squad mates can pick you up, throw you over their shoulder, and get you to safety and extract you. But if your whole squad goes down, you end up getting captured, and you have to do a rescue extraction mission for your own character to pull them out, or you don't have them for a while. And those little nodes that are coming down, or those bright things that are coming down those vines.
The vines, yeah.
Yes, that will keep your character meshed into the like that plant tree thing. And the more you try to pull, if you don't have people helping you, or you're not paying attention and shooting those vines and those glowy things, or the flowers that are producing them, you'll end up killing that character, and then you have to wait so many rounds before they come back. It is a very interesting game. If you like Siege, get it. If you didn't like Siege because of the PvP, this might be up your alley as well, because the gunplay is very similar, the squad-based action is very similar, and the operators and their tech is very similar.
Do you know, this game, to my shame, this game has passed me by. I didn't realise that it's not PvP. I thought it was you versus other folk, which I'm not a fan of. But you've piqued my interest, William. The only problem I have is lack of friends, because otherwise I'd love to play this, I think. No, the reality is that most of you guys I'm in bed by the time you're all waking up and doing your normal gaming times. But it does look really good fun, actually. And it came out a little while ago. Are you still playing it, Ray? Are you still playing it, or has it moved on?
That was me playing with him and Dre. Yeah. You know, Dre actually, he's a huge help. He helped us a lot.
Yes, he is.
Is he? He's based in Spain, so I mean, what excuse have I got?
There's a lot of really good extraction players out there that are already leveled up, and they can help you.
And it doesn't, like I was saying, it doesn't take long. If you have just one person that's a little higher level, they're already familiar with what the objectives are, how to get them done. As an example, when you run in, they have these nests that they produce more enemies, and if you go in and kill all these nests before attempting your objective, you're better off, because the enemies won't be spawning.
Right.
So
lots of tactics, lots of strategies. Have you tried playing it with, as we used to call on Destiny, blueberries? People that you don't know.
No, I have not. One other tip I have for you is this: all the enemies have a weakness as well. So if you can dial in where to shoot, you can get these enemies down very quickly as well. So all of it plays hand in hand together.
I actually met new Stadia friends playing this game. I had somebody hit me up in my DMs and said, "Hey, I would like to play Extraction with you." And I was like, "Well, hey, let's get to it."
See, to my shame, I do get a lot of people inviting me to play stuff, but I'm like, no, I'm too shy. I don't know you. I'm scared. I know, mate. I know. But then, and look what happened. Brothers for life.
Exactly.
I agree with cloud validation 100%. Dre is a team player.
Yeah, awesome. There's some, and Ewan is, for me, on Destiny. There's so many great guys in the Stadia community, and again, I think to a degree that is the underlines the kind of people that play in Stadia. Actually, it's like a big clan, isn't it? It's like a big old clan. Great stuff. Honestly, you've got me interested in this, William. You're gonna have to look me up.
I will.
Next time you've got it open, because I've got it as part of my Ubisoft Plus. Anyway,
nice.
So yeah, I just have never. I did go in and I played it a little bit, but on my own. I thought it was good, but I knew even then that really you need to play it with people that you know, and the reason for that is you want to be able to call out and stuff and have a laugh and a bit of a chuckle and everything.
And it's very similar to Siege.
Something on there for you, Rob.
It's very similar to Siege, but without the aggravation of getting shot through a crack in the wall by a master marksman.
Exactly right.
Certified doctor.
Oh, thank you, Vet. Thank you, my friend. That's the first time anyone's dropped a quid on me for some time. So thank you so much. That's very sweet and very kind of you. Yes, true, folks. Rokk is getting very poor. It's just not happening for me. I need new members. But anyway, listen, enough of my poverty. And energy is very expensive over here now, Ray. It's very.
Hey, man, somebody asked. I went to the police when I was at the gas station, and I said, "Hey, I got robbed. Who robbed you? This damn gas pump right here." Right.
How much is a gallon in USA land these days?
Right now,
it's very
California,
different across the country.
Is it
like $6?
$6. So it's about £4.50. See, the trouble is we're conned because they bill us in litres, even though everybody talks in terms of gallons. Right. So we always say, put a gallon of fuel in, but then they sell you it in litres, and a litre is roughly 3 to 4, a fourth of a gallon. So if you were to roughly multiply it, look at what we're about £1. We're about $2.50 a litre. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's getting on for $10 a gallon. Oh, Anthony, thank you, my friend. Bless you. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. I genuinely do appreciate that.
He said he loves you. Oh,
and it looks like Vet became a member as well.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
So there was me just losing a character.
Yeah, that's what I hate is when I lose my
Thank
operators.
you, buddy.
Yeah, you got to spend the time to go collect them. That's the they make you work for it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. No, I genuinely, honestly, I'm not just saying it. It actually looks like a game I could enjoy playing with friends. So, guys, next time you are looking for an EJ, someone that you could maybe take under your wing and tutelage, I'm your fella. Look me up. I'm up for that. Right, as we're approaching a few minutes before the end of the day, it's the time of the week where we get the Kleenex out, and because you know what's coming. You know what's coming. It's
the Kleenex out. Hey.
No.
Guys. Hold on. I've got my box right
there.
Here.
He is. Yeah, there you go. Okay. It's there you go. What's that? What was that?
I don't think Ray knows what we're talking about.
That looked like white honey to me. Right, gentlemen. It's a nice time of the week. It's there. What are you guys like? Yes, it's Ray's praise. Ray, who are you praising this week?
Well, the other day I had a good conversation over the phone with my good friend, the Cowboy Anthony, and we were talking about the surge of Stadia streamers and Stadia content creators just popping up. And I want to just praise this one guy, and that is Lo-Fi Monk.
Lo-Fi! Woo!
Congratulations. Oh my God. You want to talk? I mean, you want to go somewhere where you can watch and just chill and like he has a show called Cloudy Thoughts, and it's an amazing show about cloud gaming. He covers all the cloud platforms, talks about Stadia, he talks about the other platforms. He has guests on the show. Just a really, really cool guy. He's a huge supporter among us streamers and content creators. He's always in the chat. He's got a great YouTube channel and Twitch channel where you can go and you can watch him play games. And he doesn't just do Stadia game, folks. He does other platforms. But he has a show that he brings guests on and he talks. He's had like people like Winstar and Anthony, and it is just a fresh of breath air, no toxic, no smack talk, just nice and chill. I love watching his show. I get up in the morning, and I have either Squids and Lo-Fi, and I can watch both their shows. They're both amazing.
Yeah, set you up for the day, huh?
Yeah, so
nice and chill.
Huge shout out to Lo-Fi. Please go support him on his YouTube channel. Go support him on Twitch. He's going to be one of the next big content creators in our gaming community. He's awesome. I love him. Love him. And he's just got a great personality. Nice guy. Love him to death. So
and a really calming voice as well, like Squids.
Just calm and chill. Love him.
Yeah, great guy. Great shout out. Thank you so much, Ray.
Look at the
avatar. I know his little smiley face going on there.
You can't help but smile, right?
And this is Cloudy Thoughts. So this is a game where he reviews kind of cloudy news and just thoughts and stuff, and he interacts hugely with the chat, with the audience. Yeah, great guy. Great choice. Well done, Ray. Another amazing praise this week. Absolutely superb. Well done. Well, we've got a few minutes left, fellas. Was there anything you wanted to chat about that was maybe getting your irie, as they say?
Well, Rokk. Yeah. I figured out what my computer problem was.
I didn't know you had one. Tell us what your problem has been.
My computer was crashing. Anyway, my graphics card was 7 years old, and and it was starting to fail. Well, I took it apart. I cleaned it. I checked for any damage. There wasn't. The capacitors were all fine. So I reapplied thermal paste, and it's back up and running.
Ah, the good old thermal paste. See, I wonder if that's what Ray was showing us just now.
Oh, yeah, that was
a lot of thermal paste.
Well, you know, you've got to have a good chunk of thermal paste in this world, haven't you? Ewan sending us a virtual hug. Oh, didn't turn it on. What? Hang on. Oh, there it is. Ah, what didn't we turn on? Oh, I missed you. Yeah, someone said this last week. I need to look into this. I think it was Martin, Happy Cloud Gamer. I don't think for some reason YouTube is sending out the subscriber notification that the show's coming on. I get it. I get it up on my phone, and of course we tweet it. So you know we get a decent chunk of folk. It's very much appreciated. But I think there's a few guys that have said, yeah, I didn't know until XYZ. So yeah, apologies for that. I'll look into it, and if that's the same for you, if you're a subscriber, if you're not, please subscribe. Then let me know if you haven't been getting notifications. And I'll be doing that. Oh, Lo-Fi Monk's had internet problems, Ray. He's yes. Whereabouts in the States? I'm assuming it's in the States. Could be Canada.
I'm pretty sure he is on. Let's see. I don't know where are you, Lo-Fi Monk? Are you on the West Coast? On the West Side?
Wow.
Look at that.
He went street.
That's a little bit of gangster coming
full
out
on
there,
street.
right?
Yeah, scared me. I tell you, I almost ran around.
No, Will Smith. Now that's gangster.
Yeah.
He went gangster.
Kunal got a YouTube notification. Thanks, Kunal. That's worth knowing. Anthony didn't know, but he probably doesn't have me. He doesn't have me bell selected. He just doesn't want to admit it. But it's all good. So, chaps, what have you got planned for the coming week? Who's William? What are you playing? Where can we find you? What are you going to be doing? How's life going to treat you ahead of time?
I don't know how life's going to treat me. I'll have to,
It's going to. I've put an order in. It's going to be a great week for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming some PUBG, and then Friday, I'm going to stream some Siege. I think. Just yesterday, I streamed some Doom Eternal. I'm so close to finishing the Ancient Gods Part 1. And let me tell you, that DLC is like the last 2 levels of the Doom Eternal, which is nuts. Like
Texas.
Yeah, times 10. I mean, they throw everything in the kitchen sink at you. It's kind of hard.
Ray, you were going to say something there about Doom Eternal, I think, or were you just going East Side again, or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I was Lo-Fi's from the big state of
That's
Texas.
it. Yeah, he's from the Lone Star State.
Very good.
There you go. That's where you be from. Raymundo, you are always omnipresent across all cloud platforms. What have you got lined up for us to treat us with this coming week?
I think tonight I'm doing some Luna. I don't know. I might do some Devil May Cry 5. I might do something else. I haven't decided. But I also have a sports show that I do
Yes.
at 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time, where we talk about our balls.
What a wonderful thing. And look, Vet's going to be in Nebraska and Kansas in July. So he's going to I don't know if he's going to have one leg over a border or how that's going to work. But that's going to be worth looking at. Yeah, see, Anthony, it was a Marvel Avengers update, fellas. It went live this morning and they brought back Nick Fury for low-level players. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Nick Fury. Yeah, they brought him back.
But only if you're low level, right?
Well, I am.
I am too.
Here.
That's good for us then, fellas. Oh dear, John, you've always got an amazing catalogue, a portfolio of content. What are we going to be treated with this coming week?
So far that I know of, there may be more. I'm going to do tomorrow some Trivial Pursuit. Friday, Deliver Us the Moon. And then maybe if World War Z does launch on Friday, I'll do a stream of that. But for right now, just those two set up and take it easy, see how it comes, and maybe add 1 or 2 streams in there in between.
Wow.
I have a prediction. I think Stadia is going to say April Fools.
No,
World War Z aftermath.
Oh, Ray, we've gone a whole show on a positive note, and right at the last minute, you Will Smith slapped me. The hell's wrong with you, man? No, they wouldn't do such a thing. Be interesting to see, though. Well, I mean, there's bound to be some kind of an April Foolage, but I don't think it's going to be any of their games. That would be a bit rough, wouldn't it?
They would get some backlash for that.
Yeah, they certainly would. Well, I'm hoping I've got to negotiate the terms with my team, but I'm hoping to bring Rokk Review back on Thursday, where we basically do this, but as if we've been drinking all day, and we cover more platforms. It's essentially how it works, and that'll be this week. I'm working on. It's early days, but I'm working on a new regular show which highlights this application that we're using right here, Melon, which I'm calling Melon Slices. I thought it's quite nice.
Brilliant title.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks,
I love melons.
Big Melon.
Melon loved it.
Big Melon.
Melon did love it. Yeah, Melon did love
did.
it. That was there you go. That's okay. Thanks, Melon. So yeah, I'll be working on that one tomorrow, and then launching sometime in April. And I really need to get back into game streaming because I've been a bit lax while I've been playing. I've just been enjoying playing, fellas. You know how it goes. Yeah. So more of that to come, chaps. As always, an amazing show. You are the band par excellence, as have been the chat. Thank you guys as well for your amazing comments. You can of course find all the details for my crew, my band, down in the description for the video, as well as Lo-Fi Monk's link to YouTube, which is going to be going in there a few minutes after we're live. So thank you very much for that. And look at this. Anthony says, thank you, Rokk, for explaining Melon to me. It's now his preferred platform. So there you go. He was reticent, bless him, because he'd invested hugely in Streamlabs for about a year or so. But he's bought it and he's loving it, which is great news. So I'm really pleased. And I've been watching a lot of Anthony's content recently. I love the stuff he does that isn't cloud-based, you know. He covers such a breadth of content. I love it. Chaps, listen, enough of that. We'll bring him on and praise him another day. He's getting a free raise praise there. Thank you so much, fellas. It's been an absolute joy. Have a cracking week, as I know you will. I'm looking forward to watching all of your stuff, which is always amazing. And, well, see you next Tuesday, folks. Take care. Rokk out.